People seem to assume that I was born intuitive or born psychic, born knowing all these things and seeing all these things. And maybe you have that assumption too, but it is not the case. I did come into it and then I shut it down and then I came back into it. And this is that story. In my early 20s, I accidentally landed this job. I was a bridge between him and the client. And in a very short amount of time, I would pick up on these messages of what I would see as he was working on the client's body. He never said, what he was working on. I was just this surrogate, and I would get these images and these feelings and these understandings move through my body, and I kept it to myself for quite some time until eventually I was like, hey, this, like, I just saw this or I just felt this. And he kept shutting it down. My boss, someone who has authority over me, is telling me, no, this is wrong. It's incorrect. And so I was like, okay, I guess I can't trust that. Or maybe I'm making it up. I don't know. So although even in my early 20s, I come into this understanding that I'm psychic, that I'm intuitive, I shut it down because my boss is gaslighting me. I ended up actually eventually mentoring under his mentor, and that was not good. And then my mom got cancer and she passed away. And then my partner passed away when I was just about to give birth. In a very short amount of time, there was a lot happening and I shut it all down. I was deep in grief. I was drinking. I was dissociated. I was numb. It was a lot. And I held a lot of guilt around a lot of those things. Needless to say, I did not trust myself, nor was I in my body. But despite that, I'd keep getting these little whispers and nudges that I should get back to that energy work. I should get back to it. Because I did end up working as an energy worker for a short amount of time before I shut it down. But I kept dismissing the message until years later, I had a spontaneous awakening with Archangel Michael, who told me, and at the time I didn't even know what an archangel was, but I knew it was Archangel Michael, and basically told me, babe, get back on track. You have so much more that you have to offer, and it's time to get back into it. And I could feel the truth of it in my bones when he's giving me these messages and visions of the future and what's possible and what I came here to do. Even though I was like, I don't know how that's going to happen. I couldn't see how I was even going to get out of the hole that I was dug in, let alone step into. There is an eagle flying over me right now. But I listened because I felt the truth of my purpose in that. I'm a psychic and a quantum energy healer as a living, as a profession. This is all I do. But I didn't get here because I was born knowing or because it was easy. I am here now because I made a choice, or my soul didn't want me to forget who I really was and why I came here. But the choice was to listen.